Weather Authority meteorologist Ron Rhodes.
Oh, we've got ourselves plenty of sunshine today, not plenty of wind for a change. Boy, yesterday was rough. We had a wind gust of 37 miles an hour. But you know what? It didn't stop a lot of those trick-or-treaters. You just bundle up with the costume. You just fight yourself through that wind. And then you have your parents, like I saw, drive you up to the curb in their nice heated vehicle, and you run to that, then go to the next house and do it that way, I guess. So you could warm up in between. So you got to find a way around it. And we've got ourselves a pretty good looking weekend. It's the first weekend of November. So it's looking decent. Not to start, though. We got a couple more hard freezes headed our way tomorrow morning and Sunday morning. But in the afternoon, not too bad. Let's take a look at a couple of tower cams. First stop. Well, speaking of Jeff Head, our Head's Construction Tower Cam shot out there in the backyards where the camera is on our tower, looking out toward downtown Evansville off in the distance. And foreground is Highway 41, the strip in Henderson, just south of the Twin Bridges. Southbound traffic is now moving. I'm happy to report that. So we saw a problem in a matter of minutes. It's already resolved. Got a little bit of traffic on the Blue Bridge, got a beautiful blue sky behind it. And we've got, of course, our Bassett American RV camera downtown Owensboro there. Our Pogue Auto camera in Powderly, Kentucky. This tree, look at it. It's lost some leaves from the wind yesterday, but it's still hanging on to some, and it's still hanging on to some of its color, although it's starting to fade just a little bit. It's been beautiful, though, for the past 2 weeks. And this is going to be a great weekend to get out, leaf peeping, as we look at our downtown Evansville camera. That's at Fifth Third Bank. It's our IMAR cam looking out toward the west. Earlier today, in the morning, we had that big fire on 3rd in Louisiana. You could see the smoke from the fire. It was all across the horizon. That is now gone, so good to see that. 41 degrees right now. We've got a wind from the south-southwest at 10. Pressure's way up there, so you shouldn't be having any headaches, at least as far as the pressure is concerned, a pressure headache. As we look at our temperatures across the board, we still have some 30s on there. Yep, it's still 39 degrees in Lagodi. Elsewhere, though, it's in the 40s. Let's try a little temperature run. 39 Lagodi, 40 in Jasper, 41 in Santa Claus, 42 in Owensboro, 43 Tell City. Any 44s? I don't see it. Look at that. 43 is as warm as it gets right now. But we will be up around 50 with plenty of sunshine this afternoon. Well, we've got a 10-mile-per-hour wind. Vincennes, 14 miles an hour. Those are the aberrations, though. Elsewhere, single digits, and that's what I'm expecting pretty much in that 5 to 10-mile-per-hour range today, not the 20 to 30-mile-per-hour range like we had on Halloween. All right, feels like temperature. It does feel like 35, though, when you factor in that wind. So even though we've got temperatures in the 40s, it's feeling like the mid-30s. It's not a big wind, but it's enough to do that. Check this out this morning. This is some rime ice. It's like a heavy frost there. Abby Woodward got that shot this morning. She lives right there on the Davis and Hancock County line. Looks like a tree stump. I love it. You got like the spikes of ice that are coming up. It's a nice close-in shot. Appy, thank you so much for that. All right, this is that costume that was on my front porch, and I just absolutely loved it. I open the door and I see a giraffe and Dorothy. What a couple to be hanging out, right? But that giraffe barely made it onto the porch without hitting its head. So anyway, that was a great costume. I had to take a picture. Wonderful costumes. I saw some really good ones. Dorothy's might have been homemade. It looks great, too. So anyway, Storm Tracker is showing the clouds up to our northwest, but you can travel to Indy, St. Louis, Nashville, Cincinnati, Lexington, and you've got plenty of sunshine heading your way. I mean, so you're going to be looking pretty good. Now, if you travel up to around Chicago, it may be in the clear right now, but they're going to get some clouds later on, and could be seeing a little bit of rain, perhaps even a little bit of snow. Boy, did they have the snow yesterday in Chicago. We had a few flakes out there in parts of the tri-state, but they had it coming down pretty good up to the north. Well, they can have it. Future tracker, there's not much to track. And of course, the football games tonight, clear sky. The wind is not going to be a big factor, which is going to help, but it's going to be cold. I mean, at kickoff time, we're talking low 40s, dropping down into the upper 30s by game's end. So you just have to deal with that. But I think the football players probably won't mind since there's not much of a wind out there. Now, overnight and early tomorrow morning, we do have a weak cold front that'll be pushing in, just drumming up a few clouds as much as anything. Our future tracker continues to show a little bit of rain with this mid-morning. I'm not really buying into that because I think we are going to see a few more clouds out there, but it's just too dry of an air mass or to see any rain here, so I'm not too concerned about that. Well, here's my forecast for today. Calling for a high that's going to be right around 50 degrees with plenty of sunshine, not plenty of wind. South-southwest at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Over the next 7 days, well, I mean, not a bad first weekend of November. A little on the chilly side, though. Morning lows will be below freezing tomorrow and Sunday. 49 for a high on Saturday. Sunday, the better of the 2 days over the weekend with a high in the mid-50s. Angie, this would be a very good weekend to go out leaf peeping and check out the leaves. This is on the Pike-Dubois County line. It's Lake Helmrich, and Glenda McLean got that shot.
Lovely.
Last weekend, she drove to the Biltmore in Asheville, North Carolina to check out the fall colors. She said there was not much of anything to be found. She drives all the way back home and finds this waiting for her. She should have just stayed home.
I guess, but you would think, you know, go to the Biltmore, that would be the place to see it.
Yeah, it's right there in the mountains in North Carolina, but apparently it's a little too early, she said.
Well, congratulations, you have it home.
You have it now, though, Glenda.
Well, we will be back right after this. Denise and Kim are here. We're going to get auditioning for Tri-State's Got Talent.